hosted by Matt Riches. Watch the market unfold. Turning data to gold. Watch the market unfold. Turning data to gold. Grand Rising, joyous awakenings. Good afternoon or good evening, wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. This is the pre-market briefing. It is Tuesday, August 18th, 2026. Happy Tuesday. This show is for education and entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research, but you can use the show as a foundation. Treasury yields are applying heavy pressure to the market this morning. The 10-year Treasury yield is at 4.72%, while the 30-year yield has climbed to approximately 5.31%, its highest level since 2007. And you know what happened in 2007, the financial crisis. That matters because rising yields increase borrowing costs and make bonds more competitive with stocks. High valuation technology and growth companies can experience additional pressure when long-term yields rise sharply. We can see that pressure in several semiconductor and Nasdaq related names this morning. Nvidia, TSM, AVGO, Micron, QQQ, and the Nasdaq 100 are all trading much lower than their pre-market lows. Much closer to their pre-market lows and highs, and they all gap down overnight. At the same time, Apple, Berkshire B, Eli Lilly, SPY, and the Dow are demonstrating greater relative strength. We also have Nvidia earnings approaching on August 26th, so volatility in the semiconductor sector may continue building as the report gets closer. No orange or red folders today. Just a bunch of yellow folders, so we're not going to go over that. The fear and greed index is at 59. We remain in greed, but we are moving back towards neutral. That tells us that optimism remains present, although some enthusiasm has started to cool. Let's get into the mantra before we get into the charts. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I'm the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable. I am skilled. I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. All right. Gold is around $4,394 an ounce. Bitcoin is around $64,100. Ethereum is around $1,900. The clearest theme for this morning is divergence. SPY and the Dow are holding relatively strong, while QQQ and the Nasdaq 100 are trading near their pre-market lows. Let's get on the chart, y'all. All right, starting out with Nvidia, currently in the pre-market at 220.25. To the downside, we got the pre-market low 219.55, 219.25, 217.65, and then we got the top of this gap here at 216.40. This gap goes all the way down to 213. The midway point of the gap is 214.75, so keep that in mind. To the upside, we got the bottom of this Smart Money Concepts resistance zone, which is 221.35. The pre-market high is 222.95, followed by 223.70, 224.85, 226, 227.50. Next, we got Apple currently in the pre-market at 306.75. To the downside, we got the pre-market low 305, followed by 303.95, 302.85, $300.55. To the upside, we got yesterday's high of 307.65, the pre-market high of 308.50, and then the bottom of this gap here at 310. Goes all the way to 310.75. Above that, we got 311.55. Next, we got Google currently in the pre-market at 341.75. To the downside, we got the pre-market low at 341.55, followed by 340.90, and then the top of this gap is at 340. The midway point of the gap is 338.25, and the bottom of the gap is 336.50. So keep that in mind. To the upside, we got the pre-market high at 343.40, 344.70, 347.25, and 350.45. Next, we got Microsoft currently in the pre-market at 483.75. To the downside, we got the pre-market low of 478.15. Underneath that, we got the bottom of this gap. We got the top of this gap at 475. The midway point of the gap is 470.90, and the bottom of the gap is 466.85. To the upside, we got the pre-market high of 484.80, 485.10, 492.65, 493.90, 498.70, and 501.50. Next, we got Amazon currently in the pre-market at 260.60. To the downside, we got the pre-market low at 259.40, and then we got the top of this gap here, which is 258.35. This is a huge gap. We got some levels inside here: 258.10, 252.90, 248.45, 242.45, and the bottom of the gap is 239.75. To the upside, we got the pre-market high 261.25, 265.75, 269.60. Next, we got TSM currently in the pre-market at 418.48. The pre-market low is 418.25, followed by 416, 413.10, 408, 406.70. To the upside, we got the pre-market high. Before we get to the pre-market high, we got 421.50, then a pre-market high of 424.80, 426.30, 426.80, 429.39, and 435.70. Next, we got AVGO currently in the pre-market at 384.54. To the downside, we got the pre-market low at 383.81. This is inside the smart money concepts support zone here, which starts at 386.15 and goes all the way down to 369.50. So keep that in mind. So the pre-market low is 383.81. Underneath that, 379.70, 374.60. To the upside, we got the pre-market high 389.50, 391.30, 394, 399.35. Next, we got Tesla currently in the pre-market at 334.30. To the downside, we got the pre-market low 332.80, 332, 328, 323.65, 321.25. To the upside, we got the pre-market high 337.50, 342.35, 335, 345.45. Next, we got Meta currently in the pre-market at 560.63. To the downside, we got 559.35, 553.05, 545.45. To the upside, we got the pre-market high of 566. Above that, we got 573.85, 580.75, and 590.24. Next, we got SpaceX currently in the pre-market at 142.25. To the downside, we got the pre-market low 141.65, 139.60, 135.50, 134. To the upside, we got the pre-market high 144.65, 145, 149.80. Next, we got Berkshire B currently in the pre-market at 502.46. To the downside, we got the pre-market low of 499.60, 498.05, 497.25. To the upside, we got the pre-market high of 502.80, 505.30, and 507.50. Next, we got Eli Lilly currently in the pre-market at 11.93. To the downside, we got 11.83, 11.80, which is the pre-market low, 11.75. To the upside, we got 11.98, and then we got the bottom of this gap here at 11.99. The gap goes all the way to 12.05. Next, we got MU currently in the pre-market at 962.95. To the downside, we got the pre-market low at 956, followed by 945.85, 932.25. To the upside, we got 974.25, 984. We got the pre-market high 995, followed by 1002 and then 1012. All right.
Chase excellence, never chase money. Why? Because money has an incredible way of finding excellence. Did you chase excellence and not money? Do you have the intellectual curiosity to learn everything you can about this incredible industry and master it? Become the smartest person in the room. Have you mastered it?
That's it for today, folks. Shout out to everybody on YouTube Live. Let's get this money out the market. Let's see what happens, because semis and tech is selling off with these high yields. So we'll see if we could bottom out and bounce, or will the yields continue to rise and will the semis continue to sell off? We shall see. The market opens in 8 minutes. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.